need to get a new microphone. It's just picking up like a bunch of static that's not even there. I don't know what's going on with it.
Is it the one that we usually use?
Yeah, it's the same one. It's just not great.
Maybe you could get like a little snowball mic or something.
I'll probably look today after we're done recording, because this mic's just... I listened to that recording that we just did, the little like minute-long one, and all I could hear was like background static while I was talking. I'm like, I'm not a fan of that.
I could hear it, but it wasn't like super annoying to me, you know, like I was like aware of it, but it wasn't like, I think because, I used to have that issue.
Like that. Come on.
No, I didn't hear it like when we were recording, like it doesn't really sound that strong when we're recording. But when I went back and listened to it, I could hear it a little bit, but it wasn't like something that bothers me. I don't know if it's just because I used to have so many issues while streaming, where I would have that like high-pitched whining, but it was like nothing to me.
Yeah, I'm okay, but look, I'm trying to make the audio sound good because it's the only part of the podcast, and you're like, yeah, but it's fine if there's just static everywhere. And you're like,
I mean, you sound good right now. There's like a slight undercurrent of static, but it's a lot better than it was. I'm
just gonna keep muting and unmuting, I guess, because it's about the only way I can make sure it doesn't run through the background even when you're talking.
Sounds good. Well, this time I'm not gonna forget the introduction. I don't think they know I forgot the introduction last time.
You didn't forget it, so. Welcome to episode, we're going to call it 26.5, because episode 26 just kind of went away last time.
It hated us.
Before we tried to upload it, and all of Ripley's audio just got corrupted and disappeared, so it was just me talking to no one for an hour and a half.
You're very talented. Do I even exist?
I know. It was very half the conversation. It was just me laughing about nothing, and then long silences. It was great.
But, you'd have a great conversation with a ghost.
With a ghost? Is that what you... I mean, sure. It just, it made me sound crazy because you could only hear my side of the conversation, which is weird because, you're the host usually, so I don't know where...
I don't know if maybe it just split it or something. I don't know.
My best guess is, your microphone was... being used by some other application, so it just didn't record in here. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, welcome back to Mindless Prattle, where we talk to you about all the things and nothing at the same time. I'm Ripley, that's Jordan. Got lots to say. I wanted to bring up something that I just saw before this. Did you see Xbox is stopping making Xbox One games?
Yeah, they're moving towards the new generation of games. They keep calling it the next generation, but it's been out for 4 years now. So
it's
that's why they're kind of
I want to see what the rates are of how many people can even get them. How many people have Xbox One or the new Xbox Series X and S now?
The only reason they kept production up for so long on the old ones is because the old ones, they were the new ones. What's it called? The new Xboxes and new consoles were so hard to get for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm looking at so it says 21.8 million people have the new Xbox, and December 2022 Xbox One.
What about it? What?
Had about 51 million sales. So about half the amount of people use the new Xboxes compared to Xbox One. So I guess that's a good amount of people, yeah. I have never checked the numbers and statistics on that, so.
Yeah, but I mean, all the Xbox One games you can play on the new generation anyway. So they're really just asking people to buy the new console so that you can continue to play those games and the new games. Because the new games, making it for old consoles and new consoles is kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
When when I was testing Modern Warfare 2 last year, there were so many problems on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 because the game was just not designed to run on that. It ran so much better on PlayStation 5 and and the Xbox Series X. They just, I don't know why they were still trying. They tried so hard to put it on Xbox Ones and the PlayStation 4s, but it wasn't a great running game on there,
Yeah. What surprised me was it said the new the PS5 has outsold the Xbox One, which I don't know about you. I think I like Xbox a little bit more. Like obviously we have both, but I don't know. I really like Xbox's business model a lot better than PlayStation's, I guess. Like PlayStation just seems to have copied Xbox over and over again. But the Xbox itself, I really like it. I don't know. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay. It's just super quiet, and normally you like kind of add something. So I was like, oh man.
No, I'm also getting messages from work right now, which is just super fun. They're just always the most opportune times. That's what I'm learning.
Speaking of work, I was trying to look at Bethesda jobs because I was like, listen, if anybody from Bethesda ever hears this, I would die to be a video game tester for you guys. But when I was looking it up, I could only see like they have volunteers. Like they have a website where you can volunteer to be a game tester. And then the only job they had for game testers on their website was in, let's see, I don't know what country it is. Let me see, because I didn't recognize like the shorthand for it. Oh my gosh, Google is not being my friend right now. Sweden. So the only game testing jobs they had were located in Sweden. And then you could volunteer. I mean, I would love to go to Sweden, but then you could volunteer to be a game tester. And I was like, I mean, I would love to do it, but I want to like get paid for it, you know?
Yeah. How's the passport process going?
I haven't done anything. I looked up how to do it and all the information about it, but I
how to
haven't,
do it. There's like two steps,
appointment.
girl. You get your picture taken, then you make an appointment and show up with the documents. Those
It
are
just
the
makes me
only
so
steps.
nervous. It just makes me so nervous to do it by myself.
To have your picture taken? What are you talking about?
No, to like go to the government office and
It's
give
the
them all the
post office, not the
paperwork and
government
stuff.
office. It's a post office. Come on now.
You do it at the post office?
You can make an appointment at any post office. I've told you this before.
But,
There's
and then I want to make sure the
post office,
pictures
like,
are
2
right.
minutes down the street.
Because the last time I got it done at Walgreens, they took my pictures wrong. So.
Well, why are you so hung up on that? You're like, it went wrong one time, so I can never do it again, girl.
Because I have a disorder. I'll do it. I'll get it taken care of, though. That's not like a fun podcast subject, though, man.
With the fun guy, you're making it not fun. You're like, no, it's so worrying. I have to do nothing. Like, it's so little effort on your end. Like, you have to get a picture taken and then give that picture and your ID and like your fucking birth certificate to a person at the post office, and then go okay, and then make copies of it and send it off, and then you pay like $100. And then and then it just shows up in the mail later. Like, that's the whole process.
I will do it. I might have a friend help or something. I don't know. I find it easier to do stuff like that when someone goes with me.
Help?
I find it easier to do it when somebody goes with me.
Oh my gosh. To do what? What part do you need a friend's help for?
I don't need their help. I just want them with me.
For which part?
To go there.
Talking to someone at
the post office.
Walgreens? The talking to someone at the post office? Like, what?
I will get it taken care of.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I want to talk about like fun stuff, like video games and TV shows, not government stuff.
Government stuff? What are you talking about? Government stuff? You go on the website. Look, hold on. You can go on. Let's see.
I know. I've already looked it all up.
Passport appointment. Let's go. Schedule an appointment. Oh, look at that. You just choose where you'd like to go. That's it. New passport. Yep. I need one passport. And I would like it. There we go. Let's search. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Searching.
And I'm worried about getting a money order.
Saying,
a money order.
A money order for what?
They only take money order or check, and don't have checks.
Oh my gosh, that is not true. What are you talking
I'm literally
about?
looking at the website right now. It says
What
check or
website?
money order required for each application. The Travis County, Texas Government District Clerk Passport website.
What? Why don't you just go to USPS? Because I told you, go to USPS. What are you talking about? Didn't I just tell you have?
Apparently FedEx does it too.
Yeah, there's tons of places that do it.
I like FedEx.
Oh boy. I like FedEx,
let's just move
not
past
the
this.
USPS.
I don't want to take care of this right now.
I'm not telling you to take care of it right now. You're acting like it's the biggest deal in the world that you have to click on make an appointment. Like, it's just entertaining to me.
I just have an anxiety disorder. I don't know what you want from me.
A passport.
I will get a passport.
Not this year, apparently.
I will.
Gosh, you're so mean to me. Making
Also,
sure that I can
maybe I should just order checks from my bank. How much do checks cost?
Why? Why would you order checks? You don't even need them. Why?
Well, a lot of wedding things use them.
What? Who? What? What are you talking about?
Like when we get the other stuff, like the flowers and stuff, a lot of people prefer you pay by check.
Wow, good for their preferences. How about they take cash or money like the rest of the world? Check. I'm not getting a check like specifically for a florist. They can get over themselves. That's crazy.
Well, also like I told you this morning, you know how like Netflix is getting rid of everybody?
Yes, getting rid of everybody. I'm pretty sure the term's genocide. They're just going on a rampage.
To be clear, Netflix isn't murdering anyone, to my knowledge.
Yeah, okay. I've seen some of their live action stuff. I don't know.
So I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to take you guys off my Netflix. Like, I'm just gonna go down to the 2-screen plan a month if they're gonna be charging me $8 extra when I already pay for the 4-screen a month plan." So she's already paying like $20-$30 for it, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was like, "Yeah, no worries, whatever." But she was really upset about it. And
you were upset about it this morning.
Yeah, this morning. That's why I bring it up, because I realized this morning I was looking through Twitter, and they've been dropping teaser clips and pics of the cast and crew for the live action Netflix thing, the live action One Piece for Netflix, and I forgot it was on Netflix, and I'm like, fuck. The new Witcher's also coming out. I don't know if I care about it though. So
I'm not as much, but yeah.
So what now? You just stopped talking too.
Wow, almost like you're able to hold a conversation. Oh no, wait. That would be crazy if you just continue talking about something. Like you...
I had the 2 things to talk about, and then I thought you talked about your things.
You came into this with 2 things to talk about, and the only reason we made it past 10 minutes of this recording is because you're like, no, passport scary. Like, what?
Oh, have you seen that the new Star Wars game?
No, what new Star Wars game?
Outlaws? Sorry, I'm bringing it up because I saw like the trailer the other day. It's really cool. But it's the first like open world Star Wars game. So I haven't looked like a ton into it. I don't know about the character creation, like how any of it works. But
I like that always your first thing is I haven't looked into.
Well, because I just keep seeing it pop up on Twitter. But their website says you can explore distinct planets with bustling cities and cantinas. There's different adventures, challenges, and rewards on each one. And the graphics look cool. I don't know if that's what the game actually looks like. The pictures they posted so far look really cool.
Yeah,
it says you are living the life of an outlaw, and you have some sort of pet, Nyx. You have a blaster, you can overcome with stealth and gadgets, or find the right moments to distract foes.
Movement? Did you just say that?
I'm reading directly from the website. I've been doing that so much lately where I've been saying the wrong beginning of a word. I noticed it yesterday when I was trying to stream and stuff. I'm having trouble talking lately. And then there's also like space missions. Like they've got one in a ship. It shows like a bunch of.
I would hope they'd have space missions. If you made Star Wars and you never went into space, you're just roaming around a single planet. Like, what are you?
Yeah, so I think it sounds really cool, but
What's it called?
Star Wars Outlaws, but I don't know. It doesn't say anything like if you're just playing this person or if you make your own character. I'm having trouble finding that.
So when did it come out?
It's coming out this year, but they haven't set like an official release date. But a few days ago when they released a clip on Ubisoft.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
The game will be set in the Star Wars universe during the period between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
That's like most of their games, because you know what I mean? Like,
that's the most fun time.
You're either in the Clone Wars or you're right in between. Like, I don't, I don't know.
Okay, so it's open world, but you play as protagonist Kay Vess, who is described as an emerging scoundrel seeking freedom and the means to start a new life with her small alien companion.
Small alien, like it's just a pet? Wow, crazy.
Yeah,
I like how all the Star Wars games are like,
I don't know what kind of alien
or your small droid. Like, you get one or the other.
It's cute. It's got lots of ears. And then it shows, the picture I'm looking at right now shows her with a droid carrying like a heavy weapons case over his shoulder or something. So, you know. It'll be on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I actually think I might play that one. I know I said I want something with character creation, but I guess I'm just gonna have to try like open world.
Picky. You're like, oh no, it doesn't have character creation and it's not identical to Skyrim. I don't know if I want to try it, but I mean, it's close to Destiny. Like that's you.
I just like to make my own characters.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if you just left that to someone who's getting paid to design characters and just enjoyed what they made.
I can enjoy it.
Yeah, you sound like you're really looking forward to it.
Okay.
I can if I need to. I don't know.
I do want to talk about another game. When is the last time that you played Phasmophobia?
Fucking years ago. I don't know.
So part of the reason I played it yesterday with my sister was because it was like one of the few games we have together. But also I had seen a clip the other day of it and it was unrecognizable. I was like, whoa. Like I haven't played it in maybe a year, I want to say. But they've added so much into the game. So first, the room that you're in, you know, it's like when you're waiting for missions, is so much bigger. It's like you got like a brand new ghost hunting setup. The shop is crazy different. I actually was having a lot of trouble with the shop. It wasn't very clear about what you were buying, so I kept realizing I was out of money. Like you have to add stuff to your cart, and then after you buy it, you have to remove it, or else it'll keep purchasing those things. So I bought like 5 or 6 smudge sticks before I realized that I had bought 5 smudge sticks and I was out of money and couldn't buy anything useful.
When does a smudge stick ever help to anybody, though?
Well, we did have challenges where we needed to use the smudge stick to get away from the ghost or whatever.
Yeah, that's because the game forced you to use it, though. Like in real life, when have you ever used a smudge stick to be like, great, now the air is cleaner, and you're like, I'm pretty sure it's just smelling different, but okay.
Well, it depends. I think smudging is cool, but I'm against like white sage smudging, because it is a protected plant for indigenous peoples.
Let's back up. What is cool about smudging?
It smells good.
So does a candle.
It's supposed to clear out negative energy.
Supposed to has never been proven.
I like the concept. I think it's fun. I don't judge what people believe, like if they want to be spiritual or whatever, you know.
I'm not judging what people believe either. I'm just letting you know what I believe, and everyone's like, no, you're attacking people. I'm like, if you feel attacked by a fact, then you're wrong. That's just how it is.
Because it's the way you say it. You can tell that you have disdain for like spiritual stuff when you talk about it. Like,
because every time somebody brings up spiritual stuff, they bring it up like they're trying to push it off on me or trying to be like, no, it does this. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like if you brought up and you're like, look, here's a study or here's a fucking fact sheet about how smudging improves air quality, I'd be like, oh yeah, look at that. But you're just like, smudging, it makes me feel better. Good for it. Go do it.
I don't think
tell me about
saying,
it. I don't care.
I don't think people saying that they enjoy something is pushing it off to you.
No, they're just telling me like they're trying to get me to buy into it or try it. They're like, have you tried this? No. Well, it does this. No, it doesn't. It does it for you. Great. Like, I've never had a conversation where someone's just like, I really enjoy smudging. It really helps me breathe better. I'd be like, okay, that's cool. Like, it's never happened. Every conversation is, have you tried smudging? I found this combination of essential oils that really works, and I think you would like it too. And I'm like, no, stop. Like, I don't care about your oils and your smudge.
Well, that's like getting into like a different territory. Like those girls, like the MLM girls. I think we talked about it on one episode.
It's not MLM girls. It's just people that I know. Or people that I don't know that are just like, ooh, have you tried smudging? Have you tried incense? Have you seen how the stars look like that? Random people all the fucking time, alright?
Okay,
all
like
the time. What do you mean like who?
When?
I don't get their names. I don't want to associate with those people.
You've never once told me that somebody's come up to you and asked you about smudging or the stars or stuff. Like, I mean, it's just
it happens
about
all the
signs
time.
And stuff,
Anytime anyone talks about the stars, they look at you and start talking to you, like to you about it, like they're expecting you to believe with them. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
I think most people just think it's like just believe in it for fun. Like, I don't think most people actually believe it dictates anything. There are those who do, but I think most people just think it's fun.
If you believe it's fun, go for it. But there's no reason that you should be like, have you seen our moon signs? This one's compatible with this one. I'd be like, oh, thank goodness the moon was there when I was born. Otherwise, I'd be dead. Like,
it's so much more fun to say, oh, it's because I'm a Leo, instead of, oh, it's because I'm mentally ill.
Well, yeah, so you're looking for an escape from reality instead of dealing with it. That's a great argument as to why astrology's fun. Oh.
Well. But we're talking about phasmophobia.
It's so terrible. Yeah, same thing.
And then, so I didn't really like the shop or anything. I found it confusing. I did really like, they added a bunch of new games, so you know how you can play like basketball and shoot it into the hoop in the Phasmophobia?
You mean while you're waiting for other people to just stand around? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so they added, there's Hacky Sack now. You can play Hacky Sack. They have, what is it called? Oh, Jenga? They have like a Jenga tower. And then there's all these cases, and like when you collect bones and stuff now, you see them show up in like your collection case. So I really like the design update.
Bones? All right.
You know, like when you go and the ghost
what
has
kind
a
of
bone.
bones?
There's different ones. Like you can get a pelvis bone.
Yeah, like you're collecting human bones.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like a
From
great
ghosts.
update. You're collecting both? Like what?
You always collected them. You always collected them.
Yeah, but they disappeared. You didn't get to put them on display. It was
now
like, congratulations, you found evidence that someone died in this school. Like, that's not... Yeah, but now they're like, I found this bone in the abandoned school. Like, why do you have it, man? Like, that's somebody. Go bury it. Like, what are you doing? Why are you putting it on display, you weirdo?
I think the thing I liked the most, though, was they added like a challenge mode, so you can go and do certain missions, and they'll give you a full loadout and setup of gear, so you don't have to bring your own. And it'll be like, oh, try to get this ghost right 3 times. But me and my sister were having an annoying thing, and I looked it up, and a lot of people had this happen to them, where we would get 3 types of evidence. So like yesterday, for example, we got like fingerprints, we got book writing, and something else, and I don't remember what the other thing was, but it came out to be like a demon, right? And leave the game, and it was like, oh no, it was a different demon. But we had 3 pieces of evidence that can only be one ghost type, and it said we were wrong, And I looked it up, and a lot of people had this happen. They were like, yeah, like what's going on? Can somebody explain this to me? And I guess it's just a bug that happens, but it happened to us 2 times in a row, and we needed to do this challenge 3 times to get the money for it. So we were like, I guess we're done. Like, I'm not gonna do that again if it's gonna keep being wrong,
Yeah, I was just like, you're like, they made so many improvements. They added Jenga, but I mean, the core game didn't function, but they added Jenga. Like, oh, okay. What a quality update.
Well, it was like the challenge thing, but I looked it up, and people have been having this issue for years, so I'm not sure like why it hasn't really been addressed. It's the first time I've ever ran into it. The only issues I've ever had before is I've been in maps where the ghost didn't spawn. So that's fun. But I really enjoyed playing it. I might play some more on Kick today because I started streaming on Kick this week.
Yeah. What time are you streaming today?
I'm supposed to stream at 3. So.
All right, you guys go back in time, listen to tune into the stream yesterday. It'll work out.
Yeah. Well, so, I don't know if we talked about Kick on here. I think we talked about it a little bit about like the backers and stuff a few weeks ago. But I finally tried it out and I really liked it. I was surprised at how much I liked it actually, because I had seen all the stories of people saying like they've experienced like homophobia and racism or sexism or things like that. But I streamed and it was pretty amazing. Like I've told Jordan this already, but I streamed for just a few hours and I averaged 30 to 40 viewers the whole time, and I topped out at like 55 because somebody rated me. And everybody was super friendly. Like nobody gave me any issues. Like there were no like girl comments or anything like that. Like this guy even helped me figure out what I was doing in Destiny because I couldn't find the area I needed to get to. And he was just like, oh yeah, just go here, here, and here. And I was like, yes, thank you. Like it was super easy, didn't feel unwelcome at all. And I just had a lot of fun playing. And yesterday I got 2 followers. Even
tried to do it again and then didn't work.
So XQC landed a really big deal with Kick, and yesterday was his first stream. And I knew the website was bugging because it said he had like 40 to 90 viewers was like the max he had, but his chat was going by so quickly there had to have been thousands of people in there. Like I think he broke the counter. And then because of the increase in traffic, their website crashed. So they sent out a message on Twitter and stuff saying they were updating it to accommodate the increased traffic and thank everybody for their support and all that stuff. But I'll definitely be streaming again. Like it was just such a better experience and feeling than being on Twitch. And I've been on Twitch for years, and the past like few years I've been streaming to an average of 3 viewers. And I don't really do it necessarily for the viewers because I'm pretty casual, I just like to do it for fun. Like if it got bigger, that'd be great, but that's not my main source of income, so that's not my concern. But it really does get demoralizing. Like I'd be like, I guess I'm not funny, because I used to get a lot of viewers, like almost partner numbers for a while, and I was just like, oh, maybe I just suck now. Like maybe it's just not as fun. And I know sometimes I don't have energy.
Blaming yourself.
Yeah, well, because it's like if people aren't
several weeks of streams at a time, like
yeah, so it just got really rough and depressing. But I got the energy back, and being on Kick and having the people chatting with me and engaging with me was a lot of fun.
It's always nicer when you have those people to talk with and stuff too, viewers or just like friends that you're talking with,
Yeah, I can talk to myself a lot, but even on stream it gets awkward sometimes, or you're in the middle of doing something and it's like, okay, what do I say? Like I don't want to fake my personality. I am a bit more vibrant and outgoing, but I don't want to sit there and be like, oh my god, da 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 the whole time,
No, she's fake online. Don't let her lie to you. That's why there's wigs.
I do like wearing wigs. I can't decide if I want to do my hair black or blonde though, because I was thinking I was gonna do like a dirty blonde or a red blonde.
It's gonna be real hot this summer. I would say blonde just for the heat's sake, but it's up to you, I guess.
But so I think I'll do that next month.
You go on like the full blonde. I'm all for it. Let's go.
I don't know if I should do like a dirty blonde, or I was thinking maybe red to blonde, because I do like the red, and it'll be really hard to strip all the red out of my hair anyways with the blonde. We'll see.
What's this about stripping? I missed it. What happened?
When you bleach your hair, it strips the color.
That's less exciting.
Yeah. Well. Oh gosh, do you remember what was that like? The game we used to play, or the horror game with all the children?
No, that's not it.
Have we ever played strip poker?
No.
Okay, I was like
horror game with all the children.
Yeah, you remember? The creature in the game could talk to you. It was like the town got taken over by this dream thing, and you fell asleep, and it tried to kill you.
Oh yeah, it was the Blackout Club. That's what it was.
Because I was like looking through my library, and I wanted to see if
it's still there, but I
don't
know if there's been any support for it. Their numbers weren't great anyway, so
think they have a lot of cosmetic DLCs.
Yeah, the gameplay was just all right. It never felt like there was a real plot going on. It was just like, yeah, run around and grab what you can and then leave. And you're like, okay, but why? And they're like, because you can. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
will
I guess.
say the last update was in 2021, so I
Yeah,
guess they're
that's
probably done with it.
Yeah. The same with what was the other one I really liked was Death Garden. Death Garden was really fun.
Oh yeah, Death Garden.
They needed more in that game. Like it was fun for a couple matches, but after that you kind of already experienced everything. But it had great gameplay. I'm not a huge fan of like the killer against like 4 survivors and you can't fight back that much. Like what is it?
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. I'm not a fan of those games, but Death Garden was actually fun because there was like a higher chance of not only like escaping but just fighting back ever so slightly before leaving. Like it was in a much more challenging gameplay. I felt like.
I do think so too, and I think it was great. The developers of this and Dead by Daylight, I think they really struggled to find balance in their games because the issue in Death Garden was, the killer would kill you and you'd get to revive like once, and the killer would just go over and sit on people's revive spot and wait for them to revive and just kill them instantly. But they couldn't find balance, and they still struggle with that in Dead by Daylight. I haven't played it a lot, but they have. It has gotten better.
Was it Death Garden or Blood Garden? Which one was it?
Death Garden. Death Garden, Blood Harvest.
Blood Harvest. Okay, I knew there was blood in there somewhere. I was like, maybe I got it wrong.
I know. I used to say it wrong all the time.
That game was only like the servers for that game were only open for like 3 or 4 months, and then they shut it down. They must have just not had the numbers or something. I don't know.
Apparently, it lasted from June 2019 to November 2019.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It was only open for 5 months, and they just shut it down right after that. They just didn't have enough people, but I think it was because there weren't enough people that wanted to play killer because it was so hard to be a killer in that game. Like it was much harder than Dead by Daylight to be a killer in that game.
They actually have the same thing in Dead by Daylight. They have most people play Survivor, I'm pretty sure, compared to Killer. So if you play Killer, you'll like always get a match, but that's why I don't like playing it, because since there's not as many, sometimes you get matched with people way above your level, and then I can't improve.
Too, but in Dead by Daylight, the only people that are still playing are just people who have been like diehard fans from the beginning and like wait for all the new characters to come out so they can try them and play them. And like, I'm just there's so many skills that everyone can randomly have, and like the killers and the survivors, and I'm just like, it's not fun to jump into being new at the game. Like there's no low level of the game. They're just like, the killers will just match you up with like a high level killer, even though you're all like rank 20 fucking survivors, like new people. And I'm like, cool, thanks.
Your dad is calling me. Hello? I told him we were podcasting, so I thought he'd be like, oh yeah, I'll let you go and talk to you later. But no, he just kept talking and asking me about my family and asking me about myself, and I was like, can I call you back later? Like Jordan's waiting on me on the other side. I don't want to like leave him too long. And he's like, yeah, no worries. I was like, okay, cool.
That's funny.
Tell me about the pool and everything. And so why he called me is this can be a podcast if you want. I sent him a really funny video. This girl was like, I told my dad I was too embarrassed to model my t-shirts, so he offered to do it for me. But they're all these like pink, purple shirts. They got Care Bears and stuff on them, but they all say like cuss words and stuff like "fuck you, buddy" or something like that. And but then it's like really girly pictures. And it was pretty funny. And I was like, I kind of want to get one for your dad. But he called me and he's like, "Why the fuck did you send me that video?" I was like, "Because I think you'd look good in those shirts."
Okay. Should have told him, well, Father's Day's coming up, so
yeah,
gonna get you one.
So yeah, back to I don't remember what we were talking about before that though.
Pink unicorns, yeah.
Pink unicorns? No, we weren't.
Yeah.
How so?
Yeah.
You want to know something funny?
Sure. Is it pink?
No. Why did you talk about pink?
I don't know. You brought it up.
I did not.
Yeah, you're the one talking about Care Bears and pink unicorns. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Apparently the Taylor Swift Eras tour has generated like over $5 million in economic activity in the United States.
Yo, I'm not surprised with ticket prices. Like, what?
Taylor Swift single-handedly cures the recession.
It's not curing anything that people have less money to buy food. This doesn't cure
it's putting more money into circulation because then they're going to buy the food, spending money at hotels and venues and all those sorts of stuff. It generates a lot of money for that city.
Yeah, it generates money for the city and the corporations that own it. It still doesn't generate money for people, though. It's not how circulation works. Like, you're just buying more things. That's like, yeah, sure, $5 million got spent. That doesn't improve circulation of money, though.
Well, I think it's cool.
You think it's cool that she's, yeah, like, oh yeah, that people have spent $5 million on hotel rooms. Taylor Swift only made $40 million off of it. Like, oh, crazy.
And I've got the real estate statistics for Austin in front of me.
Yeah, you're like, now I really want to continue this tour in South America and other countries. I'm like, yeah, I bet your paycheck does want you to continue.
The Austin real estate market is finally dropping, so we might be able to afford a house in the next 10 years.
Not the way you shop. You just told me, you were like, yeah, $5 million's good on for a hotel. Like, oh, that sounds like amazing.
Also, home prices in Austin have dropped about, it looks like, negative 17%.
You could just say 17%. You already said dropped.
Yeah, I did.
It dropped negative.
It dropped 17%.
Okay.
So the average selling price of a home went from $847,000 to $785,000. The median price.
How are you gonna suggest? Yeah, how are you gonna say that with a straight face right after saying, "Oh, we want people to, we want, oh yeah, we should be able to afford it. Prices are going down."
Yeah, that's why I said in the next 10 years, because if they're like, everybody's like, okay, it's going down. And I'm like, yeah, but when you look at what the costs actually are and how much it went up during COVID, it's still not amazing. The median sell price went from $680,000 to $590,000, so about a $90K drop there. No. 100 no, fuck, I can't do math good. Help me.
I don't know what you're trying to do here. What math?
It dropped from $680,000 to $590,000.
Okay.
How much is that?
That's at least $5,000 different.
Is that on $90,000 difference? Am I doing that math right? Seriously, I'm not good at math. Somebody help me. Yeah, 90,000. Okay.
Yeah, there's no calculator in front of you or anything.
I just pulled out the calculator. I was like driving myself crazy. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm doing this correct, but I didn't want to do that.
You didn't want to do the math right.
I'm not sure, but I'm thinking we're probably going to end up moving out of our apartments this year. They're probably going to increase the rent a lot.
We should be getting the offer here in the next couple of weeks because it's 3 months from the end of our lease. So you just start looking out for that email.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for it. I told you all about our neighbor and all the issues she's been having. It's kind of scary. Like, man, we got really lucky with this unit. Because I've seen the reviews for this apartment complex, and they're all like mold issues.
Yeah, but okay, you have never left a good review. Like, did you write a good review when they finally fixed the door? No. Like,
I don't write reviews until.
But that's what I'm saying. You're only going to write a review about bad shit that happens. That's why all those reviews are bad. Like, no one was like, this is the best apartment ever. I've had no issues. Like, you only look up reviews if you're worried about something or you're having an issue yourself.
Well, I'll leave an honest review. It'll probably be pretty good, but I'll be honest, like, about the issues we had and, like, what was also good about it. But I don't want to write a review until we leave. I know, they sent us an email last year to leave a review, and I was like, I don't want them to like see our name saying like a rude review or something, or like a review saying these are the issues we've had, and then be like, oh, that person still lives here, so like we'll do their maintenance less, or we'll cause them issues, or we'll raise their rent.
Repercussions from telling them the truth. Yeah, let's just live with terrible maintenance and not complain about it. That's the way to make it better. You know how like when people come into Starbucks and they're like, I'm afraid my drink will get made wrong if I say that my drink was made wrong. You're on something right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess I'm just worried.
I know you are. It's not a guess. Like I'm.
Listen. Did I tell you?
No.
So I've been talking a lot more than you this time. If you wanted to tell me.
Nah, I've been trying to deal with stuff from work as well.
Okay.
They keep blowing my phone up. What did you not tell me?
Lost my train.
You lost your diet train? Okay.
I lost my train of thought.
Where did it go?
A wimble away.
I joined the gym here like a week and a half ago, last week.
Yeah.
And I just joined through their app because one of my buddies, he goes there and he's like, yeah, it's supposed to be like a $50 sign up fee, but if you have a friend refer you, you get to sign up for $1. And I was like, that's a huge difference. I'll do that. So anyway, I signed up on their app with his link, and then I went to the gym for the first time, and I had their app on my phone. And I just had the QR code in there to check in, you know. So I scanned it, and the guy says, Jordan, and I was like, yep, good job. And I just kept walking. I started to walk again. He goes, oh, hang on a second. I said, okay. So I turned around. He goes, I need to get a picture of you. I said, am I getting banned already? And he goes, what? No, it's your first time here. And I went, really? He was not having it, I guess. I don't know. He was like, yeah, have you been here before? And I was like, no, this is my first time. He goes, oh, well, that's why we need the picture. I'm like, yeah, I know. He just fell apart when he just didn't expect me to say shit. I'm like, all right, man. So he took my picture, and I was like, am I good to go? He goes, yeah, we only needed the one picture. And I was like, well, I would hope you don't need a picture of me every time I come in. Like, what?
Yeah, you think that's something they'd warn you about? Like,
yeah, on the app. You'd think when you sign up on the app, it's like, great, well, you can go in and use this button to check in. The first time you check in, they'll need to take a picture of you. I'm like, okay. I just threw him off. I was like, am I being kicked out? He's like, no, it's your first time here. I'm like, thanks, bud. Thanks for letting me know. I was at the gym this morning. I run with headphones in, just for music, but I was on the treadmill, I was just running, and they have all the TVs up on the wall, and I saw something that caught my eye, and it was like Saturday morning, like cartoons, but it was like Spanish Saturday morning cartoons, and so I was looking at it, and I think it was like trying to teach kids how to count. I don't know if it was in English or in Spanish. I couldn't hear it with the headphones in, but I could see what was happening on the screen. And let me paint you this picture. So there I am, running on the treadmill. There's 10 mice that show up on this screen, little animated mice, and all 10 of them just start dancing. And I'm like, okay, must be some good music. They're doing some cool little dances. And then all of a sudden, the number 10 pops up on the screen, and it zooms out, and there's this little animated dude in a rock band, and they're all just like jamming out. And I was like, are they singing about the number 10? Like, what are we doing here, you know? And then all of a sudden, there's a cat that comes from off the screen, and it runs through the screen, and then the number 9 flashes up there, and there's 9 mice that are dancing, and like the cat just killed one of the mice. And I was like, what is happening here? And so it just kept like animating these mice in different scenarios, and then a number would pop up, like a new number, and the cat would come and just snatch one of the mice and run off the screen. So it just like continually killed all these mice, and then it got down to 2. And at the when it had 2 mice on the screen, they were dancing with each other like a one-on-one dance, and then it flashed 1, and the cat ran across, grabbed the second to last mouse, ran off, and then it cut to the cat, and the cat was like eating a sandwich with the tail coming out of it. And then it cut back to the one mouse that was left, and the one mouse had stopped dancing, but it had zoomed out far enough to where there were the people were still singing in the background, and then it just said 0, and then the mouse just like ran inside its little home, and the cat came by and picked up its home and ran off with it. And I was like, did did we teaching kids to count by killing mice now? Like the mice, they're terrified towards the end. Like the last 3, like realized what was happening, and I was like, what kind of a counting system are we going off
You just
of
don't
here?
understand, Jordan. They're trying to teach children about the early effects of PTSD.
Yeah, we're just like teaching kids to count down from 10 by killing mice on a screen. I was like, what is happening? This is all while I was running, so I was just like staring at it. I'm like, I don't know what's going on over here.
Your running story reminds me of a story that Taylor Swift told once in an interview. I know, I'm sorry. But she was telling a story about how she was working out like in between shows to like run off jet lag or whatever. She's talking about how she's like running there and she's like I'm huffing and puffing, you know, like I'm out of breath, I'm overexerted, like I'm working out, it's real hard. But the funniest thing, she tells this story about how these 2 like model looking people come in. There's like this woman running on a treadmill, like full sprint, like fastest you've ever seen somebody running on a treadmill, completely calm, serene, composed, not out of breath, nothing, like looks perfect, beautiful. And model looking guy walks in, right? Walks over to the girl, and while they're running, like while she's running on this treadmill, like full speed running, they start making out. Like he just leans over the treadmill and starts making out with this girl while she's still running. And then it just stops, walks away like nothing ever happened. And I just think that story's so funny. Every time I think about the gym and stuff, that's what I think about. Because like
just making out on a treadmill.
Yeah, and like it was nothing, you know, like they're athletes and this is what they do every day or something. And I'm like, no, I look like I'm having a seizure when I go to the gym. Like I get all red and gross and like, you know, my legs feel like gelatin
Yeah, I
after.
definitely turn into like a tomato. I'm like, well, I'm red. Anyway.
And then there's people in this world who are just beautiful, perfect, ethereal all the time.
They're like, yeah, I get that natural glow from my early morning run. I'm like, yeah, so do I, but it looks like I'm glowing because I'm like on fire. Like,
yeah. You send me a lot of pictures after the gym. You do always look very cherry red.
Yeah, you're always like, are you working up a sweat? And I'm like, pretty sure I'm working on a new tomato-based sauce, but okay.
I think, so I told you that I got sick after I ate that spaghetti. I think it was the medication, because when I took it last night, my stomach got so upset, I was really nauseous for like an hour.
Did you take it with food?
No, I'm not supposed to like take it. Not supposed to need to take it with food. I always just take it with water. But I had already eaten, so it's just in my stomach, you know?
Yeah, but if you're taking it that late at night, you might want to take it like a little bit earlier, because like taking it and then laying straight down won't help your stomach. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I like prop the pillows up and I sit
You mean sometimes. You're the worst at using pillows, alright? You're just like, as long as there's pillows on the bed, I'll sleep. I'm like, that's not how pillows work.
The other day, you know I'm getting old, because the other day I woke up and...
Excuse me? What?
The other day I woke up and I had hold on, listen.
What? You know I'm getting old? I don't know that you're getting old. You're 25. Why don't you calm down? What?
I'm almost 26. But the other morning I was having heartburn and I was like, oh, I need my Tums. And then I went to the bathroom and they weren't where I kept them. And I was getting so angry because I couldn't find my Tums. And then I took an ibuprofen and then I found them.
I was getting angry because I couldn't find your Tums.
But I was so upset that I couldn't find them. I was like, God, I'm turning into my mother. That woman lives on antacids. Okay, so I know it's antacid. I don't.
That's
like
what I was
that,
about
though.
to ask. I was like, is it antacid or anti-acid?
It's antacid, and I don't like that.
Why?
It should be anti.
Okay, but you're not supposed to have 2 vowels next to each other that are I and A. That's dumb.
Hyphenate.
You mean hyphenate? We're not hyphenating shit. All right? We're trying to save on space and lettering on the bottles. Antacid. Moving on.
Antacid.
It's like you getting like, oh, it's not the scientific term. Like, yeah, but if they put sodium chloride on every fucking bottle of salt, everyone would be like, they're trying to poison us. Like,
you know, did I ever tell you about when I was like a personal assistant for that really old woman?
I mean, I've heard about it, but I'm sure you have more stories to tell.
God, what did you say just before that?
Antacids.
No, like after that.
Can't hyphenate for salt.
Oh, okay. So this woman, she was really old. She really needed like a personal nurse, basically, but they just hired me, 18 years old in college, because they didn't want to pay somebody actual money. So I went grocery shopping with her once, and this woman was convinced that you should have 0% sodium in your diet. Like, she would
Like
buy
all
everything.
the products with just like 0% sodium.
Yeah,
on it.
like no sodium, anything. Like, she wouldn't add salt to her cooking, and she always felt like shit. And one day at the store, I told her, I was like, you know, you need sodium to live, right? She's like, what? And I was like, yeah, like it's a really important thing for your brain. Like, you need sodium. That's why they have iodized salt and stuff. Like, it's really important for like your muscle function and all that sort of stuff. And she was like fucking floored, but she was also going to like an herbal doctor and stuff, and, like taking all these vitamins. And then she would like put her head over this pot and like do like a air bath scent, like a steam bath.
We're going back around. She was trying to smudge herself, huh? Okay.
Yeah, like she would just
circle back
I would try to like, sometimes I would try to like be like, hey, you know, like this is not great for you, and she'd be like, she didn't care. She's like, well, the doctor says it helps, and I'm like, yeah, because they're charging you $250 for a bottle of vitamins.
The doctor says it helps, yeah, because that's his brand of vitamins that he's selling to you. What?
But it just that whole thing was a trip. Like, she wouldn't pay me all the time when she was supposed to. She would like forget, and I was so awkward to say anything, and she was so old, I didn't want to offend her because she kind of scared me. Because she would do crazy things sometimes. Like, I remember, I don't think I've talked about it on here a lot, but my mom was addicted to drugs for a really long time, and she was going through rehab at the time. So I had asked for this day off so I could go see my mom off of rehab, you know? I didn't tell her what was happening. I just said my mom was like sick and had to go to the hospital or whatever. And she was like, yeah, take your time, because she wanted me to stay over that night. So I was like, okay, I'll be there at 9 p.m. I'll stay until like 3 p.m. the next day, whatever. Because she had doctor's appointments that she needed help with. And I was like, cool. And then I got there at 8 p.m. So I got there a full hour earlier than I said I would be there. Because I was spending time with my family. And this woman had taken off her wig to make herself look like small and frail and terrible, you know? She always wore this wig that was gigantic and larger than life. And she took it off, and like, I came in and she's talking to me all like, you know, you said you were gonna be here and then you weren't here, and really people should just do what they say they're gonna do, and blah blah, and like just like went on and on, like ripping into me about how I was irresponsible and didn't do what I told her I was gonna do, and all this stuff, and like really scared me. And I shouldn't have stayed, but I did.
Scared you? What? Did she threaten you? What are you talking about?
She just like, she was like lecturing me for like 30 minutes, like aggressively lecturing me about how terrible of a person I was. And I didn't know what to do. I was like 18, and you know, I'm still awkward. I'm better now, but I was way worse then. And I just went to bed, and the next morning she acted like nothing had ever happened. Like, she was so sweet, so angelic. Like, it was really weird. And then, like I said, she would forget to pay me sometimes. I think she probably had like dementia or something, so I think that's why she had mood swings.
I doubt it.
She was really old, like she was alive during the Great Depression.
So what? What does that mean, alive during the Great Depression?
So after like 70, 80, the rate of dementia is like increased every year because it's a natural thing that happens.
We're supposed to just let those people die, right?
Oh my God.
They've been here for too long.
She was an opera singer, so I think she was just really full of herself.
All the more reason. Like, oh, you full of yourself and you can't remember to eat? Goodbye. Like,
and after I quit, she would call me for months and months and months asking if I wanted to come back. Like, they said they could never find. I did.
Like, oh my gosh.
But I guess like they always said they couldn't find good people, and I think it's just because like people actually in the nursing profession.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, well, people in the actual nursing profession probably wouldn't put up with all the bullshit that they asked for. Like, they would have me mop their floors in a very specific way. Like, she put on, you know, those blue scratchy rags. She would like attach that to a mop and then give it a special spray because she had white floors. She didn't want them to be streaky. So she would like make me go over and over and over the floors until they were done the way she liked. But it was a second job. So when I was in college, my first job did not pay me very well at all.
You just had a menagerie of fucking not great jobs, I feel like.
I'll put up with some bullshit for a long time,
Yeah, even when people around you are like, that's dumb, you should quit. You're like, no, I see the good in it. It's okay, I'm building character. And we're like,
My psychiatrist told me I should look
but you
into
stop.
different jobs.
Yeah, like I've been telling you that for years, but then suddenly when you're like, yeah, but this guy went to school on how to make people feel better, and she says that I should not be in an environment that degrades me and makes me feel like shit all the time. Like, wow, they went to college for that? That's crazy.
She said the high stress environment will increase my OCD symptoms.
Crazy.
Like, oh, is that why it immediately got worse when I got back to work?
Revelations that you need to go to college for. This is just like you put one and one together. Like, wow. Stress makes people stressful. I'll take my diploma, thank you.
I'm gonna stay till like November, I think, at least.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but you're not even starting to look for other jobs.
No, I have. I got a job offer the other day. Somebody messaged me. But it was like a really stressful job, but it was the salary range was 80 to 90K.
What was the job?
It was like a assistant to planning something or other. Let me see if but I looked at it and I looked through like the requirements and like what they have you do, and I was like, that sounds even more stressful than what I'm doing now.
Assistant to planning something?
Oh,
what?
No, the director of development at Advanced here in Austin.
At Advanced what?
It's just called Advanced. They're like
Advanced? Like there's no D in there, it's just Avance? What are you talking about? How do you spell this?
Avance, A-V-A-N-C.
Okay, you said it like the word advanced. Just without like, yeah, advanced.
They wanted a development director that would report directly to their executive director. The job already closed, so I can't apply to it anymore. But it was
that's
like
not a job offer. That's this is an invitation to apply.
Yeah, they wanted me to apply.
Okay, that is much different than a job offer.
Oh yeah, sorry. To me, it's like the same thing because I've never not gotten a job I've interviewed.
Wow, must be nice to have white privilege.
I'm personable too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it is.
But I think it helps that my name is gender neutral because, like, people just
is it?
And my name is unique, so I think a lot of people call me because.
Have you met a lot of male Ripleys?
It historically was a male name until.
Historically, there was one man named Ripley.
It was his last name.
It
was his last name. His name was Robert Ripley.
Yep.
But yeah.
How is it gender neutral then? Like, so far it's not. So far it's 2 to 1. Like in your examples.
I think Ripley's a very gender neutral.
How?
Because it could be for a male or a female, and doesn't have like a connotation to it.
It wouldn't matter. Yeah, okay. I'd argue that my name is more gender neutral than yours is.
Yeah, your name is gender neutral, but I think the way you spell it also like depends on how people will see if it's like feminine, masculine.
Sure, if you're from like France or like Mexico, because they have gendered words.
Well, no, so like some people spell Jordan like Jordyn. I would probably assume that person was a female presenting person.
No, the most common is Jordan, and it's used for both male and female.
That one's
but if you put my name next to somebody's name that's AN, and you gave it to like half the world whose languages use gendered words, they would automatically assume that mine was male and the other one was female. Like, you're comparing them. But you put down yours, they're just like, they can't tell, probably, because they're like, what is this? This isn't a name. Like, that's what they would say.
You know what? So when I was in elementary school, our Spanish teacher was from Ecuador, and she would always say everybody's name in Spanish, right? Like they would sound so beautiful, like they'd have this like really beautiful equivalent name in Spanish, and then she'd get to me and she'd be like, Ripley. And that was it. That was my name. I was like, I guess my name doesn't translate well.
Nah, why would it?
But I got that R in front, so it's always real rolly. I think R is the best letter. I'm biased, but I just really like the letter R. I think it just
Yeah, it appears
good.
in Murder and
and Jordan.
yeah, same thing.
I like it because right now on our screen it says Dim.
Where? Oh, mine's opposite. It just says JM on mine.
Yeah, I made my name Mashead today.
I saw that. Any reason behind it?
One Piece.
Okay.
Zoro from One Piece.
Represent my husband. Yeah, I got a limited time on your phone. I remember that. You finally put my picture on your phone, but it's only for a limited time.
Why?
What do you mean why? You put it on your phone for a countdown. So like in 300 and whatever days, the countdown's over.
You're my
wallpaper. No, it's gonna go away. Mm-mm.
You're my wallpaper, literally.
Nope, I'm outnumbered like 6-1. You're like, here's another one for you, but only for a limited time. That's what you did.
But you already know I love you.
Nope, it's too late.
Whatever.
It doesn't show.
Marry yourself then.
You show somebody else on your phone. That's what the vibe you give off.
Listen, I just really like One Piece, and you're the one who showed it to me.
No. Having like a One Piece themed phone and having a specific character from One Piece is a very different thing.
Listen, I really like Zoro. He's got 3 swords.
Oh, wow.
He uses the 3 sword technique.
Wow, that's crazy. He doesn't use the 6 sword technique with his 3 swords. 3 times what? Huh? 3 times
I just love him, and he's so dumb. But you know what? I wasn't even really like, oh my god, Zoro, I love him, until we got to, was it Thriller Bark, where all that stuff happened?
Yeah, One Piece, where all that stuff happened.
Where he had to like take all the pain. Was that Thriller Bark?
Sure.
Because that was the scene that did it for me. That was when I was like, fuck yes, Zoro.
Oh,
yes,
good.
Love him.
You're just like, yay, he's so dreamy with all his blood everywhere.
And he didn't even tell anybody about what he did. That's why it was so much even cooler. Like, he just did it quietly and stoically, and the only people who know about it was like Brooks, he saw or whatever. I just love it so much. I love One Piece. It makes me happy.
It makes me happy. Yeah, I remember when you started watching it, and you were just like, it's such like a positive outlook. They're all so happy all the time. I'm like, yeah, it must be really crazy for you to see somebody that's happy.
But so the live action though, the guy who's playing Zoro, they didn't give him green hair, and I'm a little annoyed about it. I'm sure he's a great actor, but
I don't know. It's
nice looking Japanese man, but
I don't know. I haven't even seen most of the actors. All I know is
the one who plays Sanji is way too attractive.
The Avatar: Last Airbender, they brought out original Cabbage Man. That's all I know.
The guy who plays Sanji though, I feel like he's like too modernly attractive to be Sanji. Like I don't know if they're gonna give him the curly eyebrow and longer hair in the show, but he kind of looks like Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
What? How is that a reference that I would understand? Did you not watch all the vampire shows as kids? No.
Listen.
The answer is no.
Let's see. Let's see if this has the picture I saw on Twitter. I'm trying to see. They posted a group photo with all of them in it earlier. I'm trying to see if I can find it on Twitter real quick.
I don't know. I'll look it up later sometime.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. You got any other stories?
Yeah, so I was upset because I went to Taco Bell last night for dinner.
For Taco Bell?
Yeah, and I ordered using the the app, excuse me, and so I wasn't worried about it. But I drove up, and you have to go around their entire building to get to their drive-thru. So I go around the entire building, drive up to the little speaker, or wait in line because there's like 2 cars in front of me. They both pull up finally. I'm there for 6-7 whatever minutes waiting on them to order because people don't know what Taco Bell has. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so it's finally my turn. I pull up to the speaker, and there's this tiny like note card on the speaker that says "cash only. Sorry for inconvenience." And I'm like, why would you not put that somewhere else that people can see it before they get to your speaker? You know how I was like, I'm glad I paid, ahead of time with the mobile order, but like, why would you leave that note right on the speaker after people have waited in line for however long that says "sorry, cash only"? Like, that's such a dick move. I was so upset. I was like, wow, I wish. And the first thing they started out with was like, "Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. Sorry, we can only take cash today." And I was like, "Yeah, I got a mobile order." He's like, "Oh, you can just pull up then." I'm like, "Yeah, because I don't have cash on me randomly for Taco Bell." Like, what?
Yeah, it's weird that like a lot of places are starting to go cashless in general. I don't know if that was just like because they couldn't take it at that moment, but a lot of places are.
Yeah, their sales system was probably.
I don't like
down,
that.
I was like, why? I'm fine. I get it. The technology, sometimes things go down, but like, put a note like at the end of the line, like right when you get in the drive-thru line that says "sorry, cash only, system is down." Like, put it there so people can leave and not wait in line for 10 minutes and then get up to the place to order and then it says, "oh, sorry, cash only." Like,
yeah.
So I was like, all right, man.
But I want Taco Bell now, damn it. I'm still like wanting to go get like a mayonnaise patty today, but I don't want to go outside.
You're going or you're not going? Did you decide?
I want to.
Okay, well, have fun then. Send me pictures when you're done.
Well, my fingernails, I can't. My fingernails, I can't put anything on them, so it'll probably just be like clear coat or something.
No, you have to post them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
But like, you should probably charge for the feet pics. You're saying.
Yeah, those aren't free.
Yeah. Not while I'm running the business. Feetfinder.com/Ripley's feet. That's all. It's gender neutral feet, so.
Probably to take in is just clips people
of your feet. How often are your feet on stream? What?
Never. You're not allowed to do your feet on Twitch.
That's that'd be weird.
It made playing VR like I had to put like socks on, so it was like annoying because I would get really hot. But
oh yeah, I didn't know that was a rule.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
Your feet, because fetish.
Sure. All right, I'm running out of materials for me. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, I hope everybody has a good day.
Yep, happy Father's Day. Appreciate you joining in.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day, guys.
How you always do that? You always forget and then just like jump right in. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll start over. Happy Father's Day. We appreciate you tuning in and listening. If you liked what you heard, share it with a friend. We always greatly appreciate it. Hopefully this episode gets uploaded. The last one is gone forever.
This one, you better work.
So we even did like some tests before this, so it'll work. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I actually liked our test. We should make that as like a little clip.
No, it's already gone. But
it was funny.
But that's gonna do it for us this week. I'm Jordan, that's Ripley, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.